I believe in limited will.
So say Trayvon, instead of he's destined to meet him and die, but instead of it being Skittles and iced tea, it's Snickers and a Coca-Cola. So you agree with that?
What I'm saying is, it could have went anywhere that Mars and Pluto represent.
Instead of
it would have never not been Mars and Pluto.
Instead of it being Skittles and iced tea.
It was destined to be Mars and Pluto, right? But it wasn't destined to end in death.
Then limited free will might have played out in different scenarios.
Knowledge gives you the limited free will. Okay? Because I'm going to show you, I can predict that it's going to rain. You've seen it done. You see it done every day on the motherfucking computer. Okay? But you can't predict how wet you're going to get. See that? I know it's raining, right? Can I stop the rain? But I can take an umbrella. So there goes my limited free will. Just because I know it's going to rain, that doesn't keep my lawn dry. I don't get to shield my house from that shit. I still got to drive in it. But now that I have knowledge of it, I can decide how I'm going to encounter it. Right? So this is why I say free will is dead. Because the Most High has set obstacles for you. Those are the planetary stations in your chart. And as you live, you cross these fucking boundaries, okay? So, but with knowledge, you can say, I'm going into this rain with a raincoat. You can't stop the rain, though. See? So you don't have the will or the way to stop reality. What you have is the will or the way to react to reality. And you cannot, just because you have the will, that's why I say limited. Just because you can decide how you're going to respond, you can't decide not to respond. For example, nobody in this motherfucker could have kept me from being here today. But you can ignore the fuck out of me when I get here. So yes, I believe in limited free will. Because if you have knowledge, you can move. See? We had no choice to be here. But now that you have knowledge of water, you don't drown. Now that you have knowledge of fire, you don't burn. The thing is, if Mars is set up that you're going to see it next week, which let's say Mars represents fire, you can't decide not to encounter the fire. But you can decide how you're going to encounter it. So there goes the limited free will, right? The limited will. And it's never free. Because if it was, I could grow wings right now. If it was free, I could zap and be downtown on A Street. You see what I'm saying? It's not free. I have to spend the energy to make that real. And if nothing gets in my way. You see? And that's why I tell the individual, you know you don't have free will because you don't make your days. Right? We live our whole lives in our imagination. And everybody wants to say, yeah, nigga, what is this? That ain't my fucking imagination. The space that we're in is not imagined. You see? So whatever you imagine in this space is what you imagine. The fact that we can at all make a thought a reality is what deludes us into believing that we are, you know, the Most High incarnate. If that is the case, then you'll never fucking fail. Make a rap song tomorrow, nigga, and make it go platinum. And make sure it's done tomorrow and goes platinum tomorrow. See, this is not gonna happen because you have to follow rules. You have to unfold any plan you have. You don't have free will. We do in our imagination. You are free to imagine jumping off the Empire State Building, nigga. You are free to imagine that you're gonna fly from the top down to the sidewalk without getting hurt. You are not free to do it. So we're free to imagine what we want. And sometimes we are free to make that imagining a reality. See, this is where you check it, nigga, because they don't want to hear that. I don't have free will. I can do what I want, nigga. You can't do what you don't know. Lock your ass in a safe and tell you to get out. How you getting out of there? Burning candles ain't gonna get your fucking ass out of there. All the well-wishing in the world ain't gonna get you the fuck out of there. You have to have what?
Nah.
That's how you can get out. Knowledge is the only savior of mankind. It's the only thing that saves us from elements that we can't outdo. See, I didn't just jump into the no free will frame of mind. I fought it for years because I'm an astrologer. You know, once you learn predictive astrology, you start trying to tamper with that shit. Okay? I used to be a robber. I was a bad guy. I
used to love robbing, wrong with you.
That's right. I went to
A good
prison.
state,
I went to prison. I did 12 years. I did 12 years of a 15 to 45 year sentence. Okay? For armed robbery. And I was using astrology.
Damn.
Venus across the second cusp every month. You dig? I was using a P3 chart, the revolving chart once a month. And every time Venus crossed the second cusp, I was in DuPont Circle. I was in Upper Northwest. I was in Tenleytown. I was in the Project Robin, motherfucker. Because why? Because Venus gives me success rate. Okay? Gives me success rate. Right? And a misinterpretation is why I got caught. I'm thinking because Mars is on the 12th cusp, that I can get away with this. Because Mars is the furthest away from me than possible. Know what it meant. In hindsight, I learned what it meant was they were watching you from a point that you couldn't see them. So I got caught like in the act. You see what I'm saying? Now, the fact that I was able to take advantage of my Venuses successfully made me think that, oh shit, we can control all this. The thing is, you don't know everything. No matter what you know, you don't know it all. And that's why I got caught. Because I thought Mars on the 12 cusp can't touch me. Wrong. It means I wasn't paying attention.
Come here real quick, Russ. We're live on YouTube and we're live on IG. I need you to sit here where I'm sitting and just talk to the family because they've been waiting, they've been anticipating to hear from you for a few days now. I just want you to let the family know in the YouTube land what they have to look forward to because class starts at 6 p.m. Eastern, y'all. 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. This is a precursor to what we got. But the God is gonna let y'all know what y'all have to look forward to. We giving you time to get your tickets. We start at 6 o'clock. We got Ross been in the building, and we got RAS. Clap it up because this is the first time. This is not an internet first. This is a lifetime first. This is the first time these brothers have been in the same space with each other. Two master teachers. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't even want to be by myself. Yeah, I ain't by myself on the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's right.
Let me get you a chair.
No, we get the brother Ross Ben up here. Let's get him visible.
Am I visible? Oh, yeah.
No.
Am I visible?
This brother here was asking some very good questions. Yeah. He was making some very good points, too. Yeah, he didn't want this guy, man. He want that granddaddy.
I can make nobody sit in there. I ain't gonna let nobody sit in your chair. They got him in the recliner. Ross Ben in the recliner.
Salute, there you go.
We was having a discussion, which I always seemed to fall into, and two people here was making some very good points. Okay, and I love it when people seek to pick my theory apart. Right? It took me years to develop it. Right? This is Ross Ben, y'all.
Salute.
Okay.
Honor.
He wrote a book back in the day. I forget the name of it.
Rock the Ages.
Rocks of Ages. You know, so y'all can still buy that book. It's still in print. It's still available. Okay. Go out and get my man's book. Right. Now, you asked me about free will, and I said it wasn't free. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't want to hear that because they feel empowered by the idea that they can materialize their imagination. My thing is, I've examined that paradigm for decades. And I used to submit to that idea until I looked at the chart of my grandmother. Okay, I looked at my grandmother's chart and saw my life being dictated in it. I looked at Malcolm X's chart and saw his grandson, who wasn't born till after he died, saw his grandson's life written in his chart. And this is what opened my mind to the idea that everything is already written, okay? Which I should have known as an astrologer doing prediction, because we use charts where the days and the months correspond to the years. So if I'm looking at a chart for today, I'm actually looking at a chart that was cast by the Most High in 1965. I was born October 30th, 1965. I look at December 29th of 1965 to see this year. So when I came to that understanding that the past writes the future, I also found that the future writes the past, but that's a whole nother story.
Whole nother discussion.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion. So
Who's
we want,
building on that? Too?
yeah, I've been too, but without knowing that there was a connection. Okay, because one of my students did a chart that gave them a progression for the future. Gave them a chart for 2029, but that chart was reading the moment we cast it for. So the future can tell the past, and the past can tell the future, and there is no constant in terms of time with the creator of reality. The linear experience comes through from your chronology. Okay, your experience, you started here, you're moving forward. But when you study this celestial science, you see that it's a big figure eight. It's a big figure eight. Yeah, it's a big figure eight. There is no beginning or end either. Okay? There is no linear process. That is your perception.
No Big Bang.
No big. Well, I can't say that. I can say that the Big Bang they're saying was the first Big Bang is probably the zillionth Big Bang in an infinite series of Big Bang. Okay? So I don't doubt the Big Bang. I doubt the beginning. I doubt that the Big Bang was the beginning. I think we're always in the middle. You are never at a beginning or ending point, okay? Because it's already here. And then, you know,
That's what they say of Melchizedek.
Yeah, well,
Melchizedek without end.
That's space. I believe that Melchizedek is a metaphysical description of the physical dynamic of space. Because physically speaking, space has no beginning, no end, no middle.
Right.
You dig?
Right.
Like you can't send me a box of it.
Right.
You can't. You can't send me a box of space.
Right.
You can send me an empty box.
Yeah,
And then be, but space is everywhere, all at once, with no beginning or end. Where does space begin? So, you know, this man in the beginning worshipped his mother. He worshipped the mother in everything. But then he saw storms and he saw catastrophe. He saw earthquakes. Okay? So he began to worship these things, to honor these things, because he noticed the earthquake swallowed mama up. The earthquake swallowed daddy up. So we worship the earth now. Okay. Then they noticed that phenomena in the environment, they noticed that earth, the movements on earth concur with the movements of the planets. So they started worshiping the planets. Then they noticed that the planets move through an absolute field of space. So we started worshiping space. Anything these monotheistic religions say about God, you can say about space. Or electromagnetism. Electromagnetism is everywhere, all at once. It is never not present anywhere.
Right.
Just like space.
No beginning without end.
Yeah, so now we can argue, were they talking about, was Melchizedek talking about space? Or was it talking about electromagnetism? You see? The combination of space and electromagnetism creates what? Reality. There goes your Gnostic Trinity right there. The Father, electromagnetism, the womb of space, and the combination of them two create the sun, which is reality. Okay? Getting back to the free will part. You know, people argue this because their science wants to make them divine, you know. They want to be gods, okay? And in order to do that, you must be able to create your own reality, okay? You don't even create your own thoughts.
Right.
Okay? So I don't even want to hear that. Create the reality.
To deny your free will is to
Acknowledge the laws of this universe.
admit that there's a higher power.
That's right,
man.
And there is.
Is
See, those in denial of that, you know, I was on I was in a room on TikTok a few years ago. The name of the room was "Does God Exist? Yes or No? Prove it." Okay. So I go in this room, and when they let me speak, the first thing I say is, "Listen, in order for me to be able to prove to you that God exists, I need to know what you will accept and what you won't accept as God." Okay, I need to know that first. Then I need to be able to determine whether I can get my hands on some of that to show it to you. But outside of that, you niggas don't believe in God, but you believe in this moment. And one of them was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You believe you on TikTok talking to me about God. You believe that that's happening right now." He said, "Well, that's reality." I said, "Okay. So you recognize reality. You know it when you see it, don't you? Even a dog knows when he's dreaming. So when the dog wakes up from a dream and sees that he was dreaming, he goes back to chilling, right? Even a dog can discern the real from the unreal. So you can determine and recognize reality." He said, "Of course." I said, "Okay. Then you also know from experience the reality from one increment to the next is never the same. It's a constantly changing thing, constantly generating thing." He said, "Yes." I said, "So what is generating?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, that's what I'm calling God, dummy." Okay? Because you don't know what's generating reality. You know reality, don't you?
You know the moment.
Nigga, you know you're sitting right
you
know
now.
you're sitting right here talking to
Right.
me. Right. If you woke up from sleep right now, you would recognize that you were dreaming. When nobody had to explain that to you, you would know you were dreaming and now you're here in this reality, right? So, and you know reality is never the same. So what the fuck is generating it? That's what I'm calling the creator. That's what I'm calling God. Okay?
Yes.
I mean, so when we look at reality and we think that we are creating our reality because I say, "Oh, I gotta pee." So I envision myself getting up and I command myself to get up, and I would be arrogant enough to say, "I decided to get up and move so I didn't pee on myself." Nigga, you don't run the water through your own body. You don't do that personally. Because if that's the case, I should be able to slam this and go pee right now. I don't have to pee right now. You see? I can't make myself digest this water. So these are the things that I show people. If you are truly in control of yourself, don't go to sleep for the next 10 days. And don't let the lack of sleep bother you. You see? You are not in control of your shit all the way. You don't have total freedom like you think you do when you say, "I decided." Nigga, what made you decide? Where did you get the mental energy to propel your brain? When did you give that to yourself? You don't even know how your brain works. See, so I don't want to hear that "I am the most high" bullshit. Okay? Because you ain't. You dig what I'm saying? You be the most high with 3 bullets in your chest. Let me see you make them pop out. Let me see you stop that from happening. You see? Change the weather on the planet Earth. See, these things I think the Most High has done. I need to see you undo it if you're going to claim it. Okay? Secondly, I'm a celestial scientist. I look at astrological motions. I know for a fact that the place of Mars in your chart will show us the scars on your body. You can't tell me you will those to be there. You see? A person with Mars in Sagittarius has cuts on his legs or injuries to his leg. A person with Mars in Capricorn has ill joints in their body. Undo these things. You have to undo these things to show me that you set the order of the day. People said to me, I'm not going to mention no name, because the brother might be embarrassed. He came to me and said, "How are we not creating our own life?" I said, "Nigga, if you were in creation and control of your own life. You made a record album. How come that shit ain't platinum? He said, oh, you got a point there. I said, yeah, nigga. How come it ain't gold or platinum yet? You made that fucking record a year and a half ago, nigga. How come it ain't platinum yet? Since you control your life,
Right.
everything you do, you should succeed at.
Right.
We fail because life is a learning process. And you fail when it ain't time for you. You succeed when it's your time.
So where do you see the realm of like good decisions, bad decisions?
That's all part of the learning process because we are not the most high. I'm down here, you learning how to use the force of drive. Okay, my drive. You call it will, good, but I call it drive. Okay, so I'm here refining that. I don't have it down to a perfection because if that's the case, anything that I put my energy to, I should succeed the first time every time. No, I have to practice shit. I still have to practice. You see what I'm saying? I stopped drawing for years, right? I can still draw. I'm right where I left off, though. I haven't advanced, because why? I haven't even been doing it to advance. So I'm right where I left off. When people say, I can do this and I can do, you've been given all those abilities. You couldn't do shit when you came out your mama. You had to learn all that. You dig? And every baby on this planet, regardless of race, creed, gender, or gender preference, is constantly getting into shit. I don't care if that baby grows up to be a dumbass, or if that baby grows up to be a genius. All babies do the same shit. They all get into things. So this is an instant demonstration of what our nature should be. Okay? Because no matter what country, no matter what culture, no matter what nationality, no matter what gender, no matter what differences exist, we all as human beings do the exact same thing. Okay? We come here and we instantly start teaching ourselves. So that universal, unanimous act should be a constant. It is when we step out of our nature that we experience the consequences. So that's why I say we are not free to do whatever we want. Drink a gallon of acid, nigga. And will yourself to survive it. Okay, that acid is going to do what it's supposed to. It's going to eat your ass up. Because acid is supposed to dissolve everything it touches. Okay? So these are the things that rotate in my mind. You know, you have your imagination, and from it you derive a desire. Okay? These things, this is why you're not always successful. Because some of these things are unnatural. There are some unnatural things that we have permission to engage in. Right?
So would desire itself be a kind of free will?
I don't know, because if we look at your birth chart, we can see what you desired and when you're going to desire it. So where's the freedom in that? You see, that's my whole point. It's not free. I'm not going to say will doesn't exist, because if you try to pin my head to the ground, I'm going to try to not let you. Okay? So the will exists, but the will to break natural law, you can't even do that. Because you can't fly from here to the moon.
That's right.
You can't jump from here to New York City unless you get in a plane that we designed to obey the laws of aviation in. And then you got in that plane. Brother tried to argue with me back in the 90s. Nigga, we can fly. We can go to space. Nigga, we can obey the laws of aviation. Is what we can do. Because if we disobey the laws of aviation, we ain't getting to the sky. We ain't getting to the moon. So everything here is an obeisance of laws. Law governs all events.
And we're here to learn those laws.
And we're here to learn those laws. Now, with knowledge of the law, you learn how to maneuver.
Right.
Okay. You still don't disobey, right? You know the Constitution in and out, so you can use it to fight in court. Well, they using it to kick your ass. He's using the exact same document to beat you up. And you're using the exact same document to defend yourself. Just like we're using reality to manifest our lives. Reality's already set. All the laws that make reality are already set, and you ain't breaking none of those. Okay? You're not breaking no laws. So the more laws you learn, the more able you are to navigate in the bounds of those laws. And just think, when you beat a case in court, you don't undo the law at all. If you use the law to do it. So you're using the laws of physics to exist here. You don't get to write those laws. That's the first thing you need to recognize. So as a human soul, we get to act within them and interchange and interuse them. You know? I hate this. I hate that. Can't nobody see us. You know? And nobody want to use the real background. They should.
I'm getting it right now. Don't worry.
Hey, mate, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let you. I yield.
Oh man, I'm all ears.
Wow.
Nah,
See, I
we
wasn't
can't do
Because
I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm supposed to stimulate.
I've been debating for like, as a student of astrology,
Mhm.
what does that mean about free will?
Yeah.
And I can look at, we say, for lack of a better word, the fate of a person and describe what they may experience in their linear life. Right. Where does that leave the illusion of thinking as you go, free will?
Well, I think I just demonstrated free will is an illusion.
Yeah.
But so is liquidity or solidity an illusion. You know, that doesn't stop you from using a liquid. Okay, we know that all of this is an illusion, right? You know that molecules compose all this. And that hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and copper and zinc and lithium and all of these things compose what we look at as forms. When we die, those things break up, but does the lithium disappear? The lithium remains lithium. The hydrogen remains hydrogen. The oxygen remains oxygen. It just no longer remains composed in this form. Okay, so we don't have control over the forms. See, so when people say I control my life, I'm asking them, really, how? Well, I decided to buy this house. Did you decide to grow the trees and the rocks that they used to build it? You didn't make this house. You tapped into what was available. That's what we're doing. This illusion is here for the experience. Because if there was no illusion of solidity, there would be no form. So forms are illusions. Proof of that is, no matter what you build, it's going to eventually disintegrate and turn back into powder. Even iron. Okay? Eventually it's going to rust out, it's going to disintegrate, and it's going to take another form at another date. Okay? See, this constant changing of form, we can't stop that. All the knowledge in the world can't prevent that. You know? We can't stop death. There's no cure for death. We done found out how to regenerate ourselves and make us young again, but not to make us immortal.
Right.
So immortality is out of reach. If it ever was, there would be an immortal nigga right here. If free will was, then there would be an example of a nigga that has free will for us. See, so these are the things, this is what makes me say that to nigga. You say this shit exists, and you keep throwing it in the conversation, but I just proved to you free will doesn't exist. You can't turn into a tree right now.
You can't choose to
do anything outside of the law.
Against the
I am the
elements
tree. We are the tree.
that are inside you and how they come to form. You just gotta play
You
that
breathing
out.
in that tree that's out there. Right
There's no dispute for that, but you're not the tree, bro.
You are the tree.
No, what I mean in the sense of
You might not be the tree because you saying you not.
No, I'm saying I can chop this tree down and put it in a fireplace, and you won't be burning.
I will be burning.
No, you won't.
And I'm gonna come right back to life.
Okay.
Through that same dust.
See, we can say that,
I'm telling you, that's
but you can't show me that.
You see it.
Let me see your arm turn into a tree branch.
All right, so how about this? Let's stop time right now, be present. The person that's passing away right now, the person that's having a baby, what's happening right now? How's that baby being born? With the same tree that just left?
That is not
back,
pertinent to this subject
somewhere
right
else.
here. That is not pertinent.
It's all happening
The
at
point
the same
is,
time.
you are the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna say because the tree is oxygen and I'm oxygen, because the tree grows and I grow, because the tree follows the pattern of Fibonacci and I follow the pattern of Fibonacci, that in that respect we are the same, and I wouldn't debate that philosophical point. But I chop this tree down and put it in my fireplace and turn it into ashes. You get in that car and drive home. You see, so you are not the tree with that respect. So this is what we're pointing at. We can't get wild. We got to keep it real. Okay? You identify with the tree, but your mother ain't pushed no piece of wood out her pussy when you was born.
It's like me saying like this.
Pardon my language.
Yo,
She ain't give birth to no piece of wood.
am I inside or outside? Are you looking outside?
No, I'm perceiving you on the inside,
Okay.
but you are existing on the outside of my physical perimeter.
That you have your own DNA and your own ley line that you can construct.
Right.
Got it.
Forgot.
Is that better?
Going back.
Is
Yeah,
that better?
I guess it is.
Okay. I want Rossman to build a little bit
Yo, we
because
came with that.
oh no, matter of fact, we gotta go
All right.
because Zoom
We about
starts.
to
At,
break
it's not
the
the
glass
Zoom.
all up.
This is YouTube. We was just warming up.
You know, I got a little tech I want to set up for.
Come on, let's go. We gotta do it now. All right. So let me get in here.
So we leave it here.
And yes,
We got an audience watching, right? Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Well,
we're getting
audience.
ready to set up for our Zoom, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay? I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Peace.
Yes.
I wanted-
thanks, love,
yeah,
honor,
yeah.
and respect.
In the spirit of the solstice, we wanted to give. These brothers have never been seen before together building, so we wanted to just give. So we're giving our platform the opportunity to see what we're doing. We're building. The lecture has not even started. The lecture is about to start. Ross Ben is going to give the 2026 predictions. Correct.
Vision.
The vision for 2026, and AHKU is going to give us the cosmophysics of the 2026. So any questions you have, any support that you have, any studious, if you feel what you just heard, then I'll see you in class. There's nothing else to talk about. We're going to be on Zoom.
And y'all will want to be there.
Right, and this whole background thing, y'all won't have to worry about that. We're gonna turn that off on Zoom. It's just a lighting thing. But yeah, we'll see you over there. Okay, Zoom starts right now. All right, the tickets are in the description. They are on Eventbrite. It's called the Winter Solstice Strongend. This is day 3. We've been going 3 days strong.
Monumental.
This is ancestral intelligence. Not artificial, ancestral intelligence, right? The computer can't talk to you like that. They can't break it down like that. They can't lay it out like that. They can't even compute and pull from the heavens like the master teachers. Ancestral intelligence. If you've been tired of hearing about AI, don't tell me. Tap in with the ancestors,
The elders.
right? The elders. Let them feed you.
Elders who, with
Not the
link.
ancestors, the
Well, we are the
ancestral
link.
elders
Right.
that are linked to the
Yeah.
ancestor
They
realm.
say the link for adults to the ancestors is
right.
elders.
As elders.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this is the God. We brought the God to an ATL. This is
Honored
his,
to be here.
yes, he just got here today. So we are gonna go ahead and tap in with our Zoom audience. They pay money for their ticket. We just pulled up over here, right, to let y'all know what we're doing
What it
in case
is.
y'all don't know and what it is.
Yeah.
And we'll see y'all on the Zoom. Where's my Mars? Where's Copper? Let her drop the link. Let's see. Boom. Let me drop the link one more again, and then we out of here. Y'all show some love in the chat for the information that you received, the building that you received from the gods. You feel me? Please show them some love, even though it's you know, I would rather real love, but y'all sometimes gonna use the emoji, and I'm good with that too. You know what I mean? So Just show the gods love because they was definitely building. They was going in.
Yeah. Answering lifelong questions.
Facts.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's the Eventbrite. It's in the chat. Peace, love, and light. We will catch y'all. We might have a sacrilegious Sunday tonight, but we definitely gonna be going in. We start at 6 and we end whenever the last man is off the stage. All right. Am I able to get in and pay later? I don't know if they have Klarna. I'm not 100% sure if this has Klarna, but I made it very affordable for everybody to join us on the live stream. Super facts. As grown people and adults, right now, this is the holiday season, but the real Christmas is today. It's not New Year's. There's no such thing as New Year's. The real New Year's is the solstice. The time to start making predictions and to write things down and change shit is right now, not the 1st of January. That's when you reset your fiscal calendar. This is the New Year's. Go into hibernation with a plan. They're going to give you the plan. Something that's priceless that you literally would pay thousands of dollars for on any other circumstance. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, peace, love, and light, and we will catch you on the other side.
Salute.